Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. បាទប្រិមត្តទស្សនិកជនជាទីមេត្រីកម្មវិធីសន្ទនាឬក៏កិច្ចសម្ភាសន៍ពិសេសបានវិលមកជួបសារជាថ្មីដែលមានខ្ញុំបាទណាស៊ីជាអ្នករៀបចំកម្មវិធីផ្ទាល់បាទជាកិត្តិយសណាស់នៅថ្ងៃនេះក្នុងកម្មវិធីសម្ភាសន៍ពិសេសមានអញ្ជើញចូលរួមពីលោកស្រីសាស្ត្រាចារ្យ Norma Mohd Saad ដែលលោកស្រីគឺជាព្រឹទ្ធបរិះរងទទួលបន្ទុកកម្មវិធីថ្នាក់ក្រោយឧត្តមសិក្សាជំនាញសេដ្ឋកិច្ចអ៊ីស្លាមនៃសាកលវិទ្យាល័យ IIUM នៃប្រទេសម៉ាឡេស៊ីខណៈដែលលោកស្រីកំពុងបំពេញទស្សនកិច្ចនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាចង់ដឹងឬក៏ចង់ទទួលបានបទពិសោធន៍ជាជំនាញរបស់លោកស្រីទៅលើការគ្រប់គ្រងវកាហ្វនិងការអភិវឌ្ឍសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គមយើងខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើការសម្ភាសន៍ផ្ទាល់តែម្ដងបាទនៅថ្ងៃនេះហើយយើងនឹងធ្វើការបកប្រែបាទon behalf of the TV online here in Cambodia, I'm honored to have Professor Dr. Norma Mohd Saad, Deputy Dean, Postgraduate Program Research Fellow Center of the Islamic Economic, the College of Economics and Management Science from IIUM. So great honor to be here, professors. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So before going to our topic, the Waqaf and social economic developments, maybe our audience would like to know about your impression of the visit to Cambodia, as I know that this is your first visit. So what is your impression to the Cambodia?
Okay, thank you, Brother Nazib. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So as mentioned, this is my first visit to Cambodia, but surely it is not the last. Inshallah, I'll be coming over and over again. So I have heard of this country for a long time, many times, and as a lecturer at the International Islamic University, we have many Cambodian students studying there. So I have, even though this is my first time in the country, but I have been in contact with the Cambodian people through the students studying in the university. So coming here, I think my impression of the country is that I like the people very much. The people are very hospitable. They are humble people, and they are very tolerant. As you can as you know that, I mean, as minority Muslims living in the country, I mean, I don't as far as a few days that I've been here, I can see that the society, the Muslim and the Muslim society are living in harmony with each other. Right.
Professors, your visit, can you tell us a bit what is the purpose of your visit? Do you have any program here in Cambodia or anything?
So the the purpose of our visit is that we have been entrusted by Triple IT to conduct a study on the feasibility to establish an international Islamic university of Cambodia. Right. So that is our specific task. In addition to that, we also the Triple IT of Cambodia has also organized programs for us. So in Islamic schools, and I've been asked or invited to speak as one of the speakers in the workshop for young entrepreneurs. So so it was well attended. I think more than 60 people attended the workshop. So I am very happy to see that so many young people are venturing into businesses.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much for the impression and the purpose of the visit. So now come back to our subject or topic, I can say. Maybe in Arabic word, mostly Muslim, they understand that Waqaf. So even in Cambodian or Muslim also Waqaf. Yeah, this is Arabic term. So can you give us like the meaning of the Waqaf? Yes.
Okay. So I think before I give the meaning of the word Waqaf, so maybe I give the general introduction of the role of Waqaf in Islamic civilization. So it is well documented that the Waqaf institution plays an important role for example, in building and establishing Islamic society. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is accepted as one of the foundations to build human society. Yeah. So especially in producing basic necessities. Yeah. Basic necessities, basic needs. So it also Waqaf also function as a support system. Yeah. As well as providing infrastructure. Yeah. Historically, Waqaf has always provided public goods to the society, to the Muslim society, in the form of, let's say, schools, in education, water supply, highways, and also hospitals, healthcare facilities. So generally, Waqaf is considered as a religious or charitable institution. But recently, Waqaf also has been another aspect of Waqaf has been introduced, which is the using Waqaf to develop socio-economic role in the society. So what is the meaning of Waqaf? The literal meaning or the linguistic meaning. So of course the word Waqaf is in Arabic. So literally or linguistically, it means to stand still. To stand still or hold still, or not to let go. Okay. Technically, it means donating a property or a mal in Arabic, or assets, and preserving it for the purpose of using it repeatedly. To achieve the certain objective, certain religious or righteous or philanthropic objectives. So normally to help the marginalized, the poor in the society. So that is the meaning.
The meaning.
Right.
Yeah. Hope that our audience will understand. Because you brief the meaning of the Waqaf. Just now, Professor mentioned that the Waqaf also help and in terms of like infrastructure, school, and education. So how Waqaf can help all these kind of I can say factors or sectors?
So basically, the most important function of Waqaf, I think, is providing funding for schools. So which we know that education is very, very important for the society to move up to the ladder, development ladder. So with knowledge and education, so people, for example, the students can be employed, for example. So historically, Waqaf has always contributed to education sector. For example, let's say in the this was quoted by Munzir Khaf, in the beginning of the 20th century, almost all of the schools in Jerusalem, which is in Palestine, are funded by Waqaf fund. So there are schools, many schools in other Muslim countries. For example, let's say in Turkey, in Syria, they are also funded by Waqaf funds. And we know that the famous Al-Azhar University in Egypt, right? It was also funded and financed by Waqaf fund. So basically, the Waqaf institution or Waqaf asset has played a major role in providing education to the Muslim society so that they can move up the social ladder of the development.
Okay, thank you. Come back to the Waqaf role again. Just now we mentioned just like Waqaf fund help on the field of education, like funding the school or university and something like that. So, do you think the Waqaf can help to develop in terms of social economic, and if it yes, so how it?
Sure. Waqaf can also be used in order to develop the socio-economic of the Muslim society. I will give you an example of the Malaysian example lah. Since I'm from Malaysia, right? So I give you an example of the development of Waqaf asset in the heart of KL. So it is originally it is the Waqaf land is the size of Waqaf land is 1.2 acre. In the heart of KL, which was endowed by an Indian trader by the name of Ahmad Dauji Dodoboy.
Oh.
So he was a successful trader, I presume a millionaire.
I
Before he passed away, he donated, he performed a waqaf of that land. He gave it to the Islamic Religious Council of KL, of KL area. So what the Islamic Religious Council of Kuala Lumpur did was that they partner with Bank Islam, so the first Islamic bank in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So they partner with Tabung Haji. Tabung Haji is the pilgrim fund, pilgrim fund to perform Hajj for Malaysian. They of course originally it is to manage fund for the pilgrim, but also they venture into real estate as well. So they have their own real estate company, which is called Tabung Haji Technology. So 3 parties, and the 4th party is the Islamic Religious Council of Kuala Lumpur or Wilayah Persekutuan, managing the Baitul Mal of within KL area. So these 4 parties, they cooperated, get together, they developed the land.
I see.
So they developed a 34-story Class A commercial building. So which now becomes the headquarters of Bank Islam. Currently, yes. So it is actually the most expensive Waqaf asset in Malaysia because of the location. It is located in the prime area of Kuala Lumpur. So what the model that they did is that the headquarters of Bank Islam. So that is the headquarters of Bank Islam. So Bank Islam will pay rent to the Islamic Religious Council for 25 years. Yeah. So the rent amounting to 14.5 million USD in 25 years. 25 years. So that rent goes to the Islamic Religious Council of Wilayah Persekutuan, which they will use to help develop the Muslim society. Yeah. Right. So they can for example give scholarship, they can build schools, they can give let's say maybe financing for business activities. Yeah. So there are so many beneficiaries or usage of that fund of the 14.5 million that Bank Islam pays to the State Islamic Religious Council. Yes. In addition to that, that building also is equipped with a mosque. So it is located at the basement. Basement 1 and 2 function as a mosque, and they hold a weekly Friday prayer. And so because that is a prime area, so it is well attended. And the weekly collection after the Jum'ah prayer amounts to 25,000 USD monthly. Monthly. Yes, 25,000. That is a big amount of money. So what do they plan to do with it? They plan to build a Tahfiz College. Tahfiz College from the Jum'ah prayer collection. So again, the emphasis here is in education, but again the rent that Bank Islam is paying to the Islamic Religious Council is used to help the marginalized Muslim society in Malaysia. So that is one example.
This is how the Waqaf Fund helps the socio-economic development. Thank you very much, professors. Actually, we should learn something from Malaysia, but because Cambodia, we have less Muslim, it is a non-Muslim countries. So do you think from your experience or the experience from Malaysia, do the people they understand quickly about the Waqaf? It's hard to collect the Waqaf fund, or easy?
You mean for Cambodia?
From Malaysia, from the
Malaysia
from the beginning.
Also, because the understanding of the public on Waqaf is that it is only for religious purpose. It is for cemetery. It is for mosque.
At the
it is
beginning.
for It is for Islamic school. But now the many Islamic institutions are educating the public that Waqaf is not only for these purposes, for religious purposes. The scope is wide. So for example, let's say some of the university students at the International Islamic University, they are proposing that Waqaf to be used to combine Waqaf fund with microfinance, so that this Waqaf fund can be used to give small financing or small loans to the entrepreneurs to generate income. So that is again, I mentioned at the beginning of the interview, is a recent phenomenon.
Recent phenomenon.
Always Waqaf was understood as religious. For religious purposes. But now people are beginning to understand, because more works are being done on how Waqaf can be used to develop socio-economic of the society.
Can you tell us a little bit how the Waqaf fund collected? Do they have like a Waqaf institution across the country, or how the structures there?
Okay, in Malaysia, in Malaysia, because we have formal Islamic Religious Council. So each state have their own state Islamic Religious Council. So some of the states they issue Waqaf certificate, where the public can donate or perform what they call cash Waqaf. So when they perform or give cash Waqaf, they are given this certificate. So almost every state Islamic Religious Council have this program.
Program.
So that is the effort of the state Islamic Religious Council in order to, for example, mobilize or to Waqaf fund, especially cash Waqaf.
I see.
Also, we have Islamic banks in Malaysia that also are involved in Waqaf activities. For example, let's say Bank Muamalat. Bank Muamalat also has this program, cash Waqaf program. So the customers of Bank Muamalat, if they want to perform cash Waqaf, they can go to the bank and let's say they can deposit, or they just give cash. They just give cash, and then they will be given certain receipt lah, for example, to acknowledge.
So it means the Islamic bank also accept the Waqaf fund?
Yes, certain Islamic banks, not all. But the one
that is
I know,
recognized by the Islamic Religious Council.
Yes. So whatever collection that they get from the public, they will transfer it to the state Islamic Religious Council.
I mean, they cooperate with the bank.
Yes.
I see.
Right.
That's good. This is a good example, because over here, actually, to tell you the truth, we don't have a Waqaf institution yet. But the people want to Waqaf, just go like directly to those in need. For example, our NGO, some NGOs need land, they Waqaf the land to the NGOs, but we don't have the specific. Inshallah, this is a good example that
I think I should mention another method that is used in Malaysia, which is a corporate Waqaf.
A corporate
Waqaf, yes. So there is one corporation which is by the name of Johor Corporation. It is actually belongs to one of the states.
State Johor.
State of Johor. So they also created a Waqaf entity. Under that corporation, they created a Waqaf entity which is called a Waqaf An-Nur. Waqaf An-Nur. So they transfer some of their shares to this Waqaf entity. So through this share, so they will be organizing many, for example, programs to the beneficiaries. So they focus in the state of Johor. So some of the programs is actually providing financing for micro entrepreneurs. So they also train. They have sewing classes. They train the ladies to become tailors, so that later on they can be independent. They don't have to depend on others. Yes.
Okay, so we almost come to an end of the interview, but because professors expert in this term, or I can say expert in Islamic economic development, I would like to have some ideas of starting to have a Waqaf institution, or any idea that we can start, because as a less Muslim country, I mean, so any ideas that you encourage the people in Cambodia to do or to start with?
Okay, so the first thing is that maybe you need to have network among yourself.
Yeah.
I know that there are many Cambodians who own businesses, right?
Yeah.
Muslim Cambodians who own businesses. So maybe you can form a business association,
Okay.
and maybe each of the company to donate or perform cash wakaf. So maybe a small percentage, because
Start from small things.
starting point, right? Starting point. So yeah, and you make it on a consistent basis. So later that fund, starting with small amount, it becomes big, right?
Yeah.
So you can do a lot of things with that money. So you can do da'wah, you can do, for example, you can provide also microfinance scheme to give funding or financing to poor people. Not necessarily you limit to Muslims only. You
Yeah.
can also give the financing to non-Muslims. That is also a form of da'wah to reach out to them, right? So that is one way. Another way that you can raise wakaf funds is that you can maybe reach out to the international organizations. One organization that I know that they have wakaf foundation is Islamic Development Bank. So they have a special fund which they call World Waqaf Foundation. Yeah. So the objective of this World Waqaf Foundation is to support the socio-economic activities and social progress of not only member countries but also the Muslim communities in non-Muslim countries. So I think this
is a good,
this applies to
information.
Cambodia. This
Yeah.
applies to Cambodia. So you can reach out to them. You can contact them.
Inshallah.
And also you can also try to contact the Qatar Foundation, because under Qatar Foundation they have also a program specific for Asia, which is called Reach Out to Asia. So this one is, the objective is to provide access to high quality primary and secondary education. So again, another good opportunity for example the Muslims community to have quality education, in Cambodia through this funding. Another way that you can raise wakaf fund is maybe you can work together with the crowdfunding provider. Are you familiar with crowdfunding? Okay, alright. So this is the latest trend to raise funds, right? Crowdfunding. So you can also raise fund through crowdfunding by having collaboration with the crowdfunding provider that are located in, let's say, Muslim country, or maybe if they are not located in Muslim country but they are operated by Muslims. For example, let's say we have Atheist crowdfunding, which is based in Singapore, and they are operated by Muslims. So whatever project that you have, you can do the proposal, you submit to them, so they will put it in their network to reach out to donors. So this is, I think, the easiest way. The easiest way.
Thank you very much.
So because if let's say you approach the IDB, you approach Qatar Foundation, maybe it takes time. But by using the crowdfunding, I think it is faster. It is faster to raise wakaf funds.
Thank you very much, Professor. So beside my question, do you have any words before we close the interviews?
Okay, I have high hopes for the Muslims in Cambodia. I can see the energy the energy of the Muslim people in Cambodia, even though the Muslims are minority, only 500,000, right?
More than 500,000.
More than 500,000.
Almost 1 million.
Almost 1 million. But the energy and the enthusiasm that I see is amazing. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
With the Muslim community in Cambodia. So I think the future of the Muslim community in Cambodia is very bright.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Professor Dr. Norma Mohd Saad, for the times to be in our studios, and may Allah bless you all, and may the visit be success for the future visit again, inshallah. So
thank you very much for having me here.
Yeah, thank you very much. អរគុណប្រិមត្តទស្សនិកជនជាទីមេត្រីសង្ឃឹមថាបទសម្ភាសន៍នេះនឹងផ្ដល់ផលប្រយោជន៍ជាច្រើនពាក់ព័ន្ធទៅនឹងវិស័យ Waqaf នៅក្នុងសហគមន៍ខ្មែរឥស្លាម ហើយខ្ញុំថ្មីម្ដងទៀតសូមអរគុណសម្រាប់ប្រិមត្តទស្សនិកជនដែលបានតាមដានតាំងពីដើមរហូតដល់ចប់ វ៉ាស្សាឡាមអាឡៃគុំវ៉ារ៉ាហ្មាតុលឡាហ៊ីវ៉ាបារកាតុហ៍ Rosalina Herb ផលិតផលសម្រាប់សុខភាពនិងសម្ផស្សសម្រាប់នារីអាចធ្វើឲ្យដូចក្រមុំម្ដងទៀតបានក្រុមហ៊ុនឋានសួគ៌ថ្មីមានគម្រោងផ្ទះល្វែងនិងដីឡូលក់ក្នុងខេត្តត្បូងឃ្មុំថ្មីឋានសួគ៌ថ្មីសម្រាប់សុភមង្គលគ្រួសារអ្នកគូឡៃភោជនីយដ្ឋាន Halal មានបម្រើម្ហូបរសជាតិបែបម៉ាឡេស៊ីនិងអាហារ buffet បាកាសឡែនគម្រោងពុះដីឡូលក់ទីតាំងល្អនៅខេត្តត្បូងឃ្មុំថ្មី RS Rival Cambodia មានលក់ផលិតផលក្រែមណាណូបច្ចេកវិទ្យាធម្មជាតិសម្រាប់សុខភាពនិងសម្រស់ UNESCO ទីភ្នាក់ងារទេសចរដែលមានបម្រើសេវាកម្មដំណើរកម្សាន្តក្នុងនិងក្រៅប្រទេស Haji និងអ៊ុំរ៉ោះ